Hello everyone. Thank you for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoy my videos here. I'm restarting or reimagining my YouTube channel and my videos. Um, Most of what I will talk about will be directed towards people of a certain age. And or people who are approaching a certain age. It's going to be all real, basic, me, just saying what I'm saying. My life in parents, an unzipped experience. That's exactly what it is. My first video, I wanted to start off talking about cataracts and cataract surgery. Now, I had cataract surgery last year. My eyesight was terrible, like looking through a fog. I didn't see any discoloration of my eyes, actual eyes, but I couldn't see through them. It was like looking through a fog, looking through, as a optometrist said, a glass shower door that frosted glass. That's what I was seeing through. So I had to go get cataract surgery. That was not a mistake. I really did need it. However, I made a mistake in choosing which option of surgery I would have. Now, I was offered 4 different specific types, and the basic one was a simple lens replacement. Now, I have always worn eyeglasses since I was a teenager, and probably needed them long before I was a teenager, but it was a different time back in the 70s. The first option, I would to have the lens replacement and would still have to wear eyeglasses. There would be no cost to me at all. It was all covered. And I really did want it, for the first time in a long time, to not have to wear eyeglasses. They explained to me there was another option, 2 more options actually, above that were pricey, $1,200, $3,500, and almost $5,000. Now, $5,000 was for near, medium, and far vision. The $3,500 option was for medium and far vision. What that meant was basically, if I paid $5,000, I would be able to see anything close, anything medium, and anything far. The option I chose was the medium and far version. It was for $3,500, above all the other costs. I really couldn't afford the $5,000. I could just barely make the $3,500, and I decided to go with that. They did tell me specifically I'd be able to see everything without eyeglasses. But if I was reading a book, I'd need to get reading glasses. And that's basically what they told me. I found out later there was a lot more to that than just you need reading glasses to read a book. Anything within arm's reach, here to here, basically 2 feet, anything within your arm's reach, you will need reading glasses, magnification glasses, in order to see them clearly, whatever you're doing clearly. That means that if you're reading a book, yes, you'll need a reading glasses. And the nearer something is, the higher the magnification you will need on the reading glass. If I won't need any glasses to drive, to see a sign across the street. Around my house, I can see pictures and whatever else. But anything within my arm's reach, I need reading glasses. If I'm using the computer, if you want to see the keyboard keys, clearly, I need reading glasses. If I'm sitting close to the computer, trying to make something out on the screen, some details, I will need reading glasses. And I do need reading glasses. These are 1.0 magnification. I need them to see the keyboard. Keys, clearly. I need them to see a lot of things. 1.0. I need them to see my watch. I need the glasses. I need these to see my cell phone or to read a text on my cell phone. And that's not a joke. If I don't have these on, I cannot make it out. I have to hold it this far, maybe squint and turn it this way, and maybe I can, as long as it's 2 feet away, I can see it, depending on how large it is. If I want to read a book, because I'm holding a book here, not here, I need 2.0 magnification glasses. If I want to set the date on a watch, little date field on a watch, I need 3.0 magnification. 1.0, 3.0. Got 2.0 over here. If I want to cook, read instructions on the package, clearly see what it is I'm cooking, see how the texture turning out, I need the reading glass. That's one of the things that I didn't consider, because I really thought it was all about reading a book. I thought I need a pair of reading glasses to read a book. Now I would need reading glasses to see the clock in my car, or to see the speedometer in my car. And I need that to be able to see the clock properly. But I can't wear them while I'm driving, so I have to basically do this. Excuse me. This was one of the mistakes I made. I should have went with the bare bones option of the lens replacement. It wouldn't have cost me a penny, and I have $3,500 in the bank, and I still wear glasses. But I'm still wearing glasses after paying $3,500. And not just one pair of glasses. I'm wearing 3 or 4 different types of magnification. If I want to read a pill bottle, instructions on a pill bottle, oh my goodness, I need 3.5 magnification and above. So most of what my life is within arm's reach. The computer, your a magazine, a book, a can, a pill bottle, or your remote control. You're sitting in front of your TV, watching TV, and you have to look at it like this. This was something you really need to talk about when you go to the cataract surgeon and they're trying to sell you stuff. And that's basically what they're doing. They're trying to upsell you. They're not really talking about everything you need to talk to them about. Now, I told the doctor when I went in that I'm hearing impaired. I'm not totally deaf, but I'm hearing impaired. I've never needed hearing aids. I read lips. That hasn't been a problem after the surgery, but it has affected me in many different ways. When you're hearing impaired, you've got issues with balance already. But when you've got your eyes are zooming in and out, going blurry, your back, you really have a balance issue. So when you do go talk to, if you're going to get cataract surgery or considering it, be very thorough with the doctor. Ask them everything. They will try to rush you along and get you to pick something and go with it. But they will not, the doctor will see you, and then probably after he sees you and does the analysis, he'll send you off to a nurse or a salesperson who will tell you about the different options and what you can have and can't have. But you have to ask the questions. Every single question. Everything. Because if you ask something, they'll just, quickly say something. Not as informative as they should be. And it really should be the doctor sitting there with you, the surgeon, telling you all the pros and cons of each package. And like I said, I spent all the $3,500 so I would not have to wear glasses anymore. That was the selling point for me. Yet I'm still wearing 3 or 4 different types of glasses all day long around my house. For the computer, in the kitchen, doing all the little niceties, trying to see something on the floor. You see it from me standing up, get down, can't see it. It's been an interesting ride. So I've paid the money, still wearing eyeglasses, and wearing multiple eyeglasses, and I have those 3 sets in my bedroom. I have other copies of the various magnifications in my car, in a bag that I carry when I'm going to an appointment, in my coat pockets. I'm always carrying around these things, and it's been a very eye-opening experience. I would like to have the $3,500 back and still be wearing eyeglasses. It's great to be able to drive without eyeglasses on now. I've not had that experience. But I have some light sensitivity, so I gotta put on sunglasses when I'm driving during the day. So it didn't work out the way I planned. And the reason it didn't work out the way I planned or assumed was because of that very word, assumed. I assumed it wouldn't be more than just me reading a book. That's something you really need to get in depth with when you're talking to your optometrist and cataract surgeon. Don't let them force you into something or hurry you away. Sit down with them and do not sign a thing. Do not agree to a plan unless you covered everything. How's this going to affect my life? Oh, well, you'll need it to read a book. Well, I needed to go past that, and I didn't do that because she said the magic words. You won't need eyeglasses to drive anymore or watch TV or see somebody across the yard. My own mistake. And I don't blame the doctor for it. I blame myself for it because it was my duty to take care of myself. Because they're not going to do it for you. And they haven't really, you think they have the obligation to be there for you in all ways, but because they're doctors. But that's not the truth. And it never actually was. They are not Marcus Welby, MD, TV doctor. They just were never that. So my life has been interesting since my cataract surgery. Times have changed. I've gotten older. The pandemic, of course, hit, changed my whole economic position in the world, my work ability, age has limited my jobs that people will let me do. So, and then my father, 89 years old, has dementia, Alzheimer's, and I have become his caregiver because he could not function on his own. It got to the point where he would go to bed, stay in bed, forget all of his medication, forget to get up to eat. So now I'm managing all of his medications, and I have to put on reading glasses to see all the text on the little bottle, or to see which pill is which in the pill minder. Life has gone very different. It has gone down a very different path than I had always thought that the path of life would take me. We never assume when we're younger, that things will go off that path that we envision. And so many different things have hit me, and hit my dad, hit my family. My sister's in a nursing home now, my old eldest sister, with all sorts of issues, health issues. And taking over the caregiving responsibility, that has been very difficult, but not as bad as it could be. Not yet. So my mistake with the cataracts, I just have to laugh that off, but I have to warn you about it, because you need to do your due diligence and make sure you don't make the same mistake, costly mistake that I did. You don't want to walk around with 4 different sets of magnification reading glasses in your pockets, and have some in your car, and have some in your bathroom, and have some in your kitchen, and in your living room, so you can see the remote control. You don't want to have that happen. And it did to me. because I love it. Anyway, this is the first amateurish video that I've made to date, and my new reimagining of my YouTube channel. I hope they will get better, a little bit more professional. But I can't do much at 4:30 in the morning. I'm an insomniac. Add that to my list. And I have to be up to give my dad his medication at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then we have an appointment. So, life has sure gotten interesting. Anyway, I hope that you will visit my channel again if you get bored, or if you find it somewhat interesting. As I said, the videos will get better as time progresses. I don't really have a game plan other than to talk about life. My life, your life, an unzipped experience. Nothing closed up. Please subscribe to my channel if you find it interesting. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.